Hi, friends. My name is Vanessa Fernandez, and it has been a while since I have shown up here with some new videos on YouTube, but I get so much love from YouTube and I love making videos. So I am going to be ramping that up. Not that you care or need to know, but I am so excited to be back making videos, and I'm in a very feisty, spicy mood. So you have been warned. I am going to talk about this concept of already whole. And if you haven't heard this concept from me before, or you're new to this idea, it's the idea that rather than approaching Enneagram work from the perspective that I am broken, there's something wrong with me, I need to fix myself, I have this type that I didn't know I had, and now I'm operating in the world in a way that's maybe not helpful. If I'm a type 6, oh, I'm so anxious, I need to stop being so anxious. If I'm a type 1, oh, I'm so judgmental, I need to stop being judgmental. If I'm a type 2, oh, I'm so helpful to the point that I violate my boundaries, I need better boundaries. And that paradigm of you're broken, fix yourself, here's where you're unhealthy, you need to get better, is kind of something that I want to get rid of. There is this idea in our culture that if I don't shame myself, I won't grow. I won't be a better person. I won't do good things unless I feel shame for doing the bad things. I feel shame for being a bad person. And that's not necessarily true. Shame can be a motivator. Fear can be a motivator. And love is also a motivator. Goodness and truth and longing is also a motivator. I don't eat chocolate cake because I am shaming myself away from vegetables. Not that I would, but I eat chocolate cake because I long for, crave, desire, and love chocolate cake. And in a culture where we feel like I have to shame myself into doing and being a beautiful, wonderful, whole person, we are assuming that there is no desire or love or longing to be that amazing, beautiful, and good person. So unless I hurt myself, punish myself, shame myself, build up all this fear in myself, I will never become this beautiful thing. Okay, maybe. I don't believe that. So I run my coaching practice from an assumption that what we are longing for and love and desire is that highest, best, most whole and beautiful self. And so we can let go of the shame. And what we may want to work with instead is what are some needs that I have that are not being fulfilled or not being met? And how is my type structure showing up to help me and serve me, not hurt me, help me and serve me to get those needs met? Now, some of the ways my type helps me get those needs met, I may look at them and say, is there another option? As a type 3, I lead with type 3. I have a need for connection. And some of the ways that my type 3 pattern helps me get connection, or I think helps me get connection, is by shape-shifting and becoming who I think others want to connect with. Oh, you want to connect with a real serious businesswoman, intellectual type? Aha, well, I read in the Harvard Review. Like, I will become that. I don't read the Harvard Review ever. But I will become that. It's my type structure's way of me trying to get connection. And so I can notice that and say, is there another way? Is there another option? Is there another better way for me to get this need met of connection that would also honor and value my authenticity because I don't read the Harvard Review? And what if it was available to me to show up in my authenticity and say, I do not read the Harvard Review, but I watch a lot of TikToks and I've learned a lot of things from TikTok, and I'm happy to talk about that. And I may find that I am still connected with. I still have that need met of connection, and I am showing up in truth. And so this is what we are looking at when we're doing Enneagram type, not, oh, Vanessa, you're such a 3, just shape-shifting and lying and saying you read the Harvard Business Review when you never read the Harvard Business Review. Stop doing that. Tell the truth, be truthful, be authentic. That's what a healthy 3 does. In that conversation that I just had with myself, which I have had with myself before, where my shame comes up and tries to kick my butt, what I'm missing in that conversation is the understanding that I'm trying to get a need met. What I'm missing in that conversation when my shame is clawing at me and saying, how dare you tell them you read the Harvard Business Review when you never read the Harvard Business Review? What's missing from that is, oh, honey, you were trying to connect. You were trying to connect. And you know what? That strategy is so cute, but it will not get you connection, because who they think they're connecting with is a projected image, and it's not actually you because you never read the Harvard Business Review. And so I see your longing. I see the need that you have. How else can we get that met? Why don't you just tell them you saw it on TikTok and keep the conversation going? Oh, now I can connect. Now I have that need met. Now I'm not wallowing in shame over the fact that I don't read the Harvard Business Review. And now more shame over the fact that I just lied and said that I read the Harvard Business Review. And now all I'm in is this shame spiral. And I'm broken, and I'm such a terrible 3, and I'm so inauthentic, and I'm such a performer. All of that lifts when I say, oh, I'm trying to get a need met. Yeah. Trying to get a need met. So my question to you is, do you know what need your type is trying to get met? And I can go through a list of what each type is needing or wanting. And there's some overlap. There is some overlap. And what I might say your type is needing may not be your actual deepest desired need. And your deepest desired need may change according to your environment. So for example, for the type 8 needs to feel autonomous and powerful. They don't want to be controlled. They don't want to be betrayed. And the only way someone could betray me is if I handed over my vulnerable heart to them and they dropped it on the ground and it shattered. Right? And so the 8 will say, I'm taking the power back. My need is to feel powerful. My need is to appear that I have no weaknesses, that no weaknesses will be found or exploited, and I will not be taken advantage of. Right? But that need is also, there's another part to that need that says, I kind of do want to trust. I kind of do want to hand my precious heart over to someone. I kind of do have a need for safety and security and connection. Right? So we can see that there's a need that's kind of fueled by fear. And then there's a need that's fueled by this tender longing that the 8 has. Right? And because that need feels so precious, then the protection comes and says, I need to be powerful. I need to make sure no one ever betrays me. But beneath that, right, I also long to rest in love that will not let me down. So feel into that desire that your type has. And you can start with what your type strives to feel, and then see if you can work your way down to what that gooey longing is beneath it all. Right? And that's why when I started with the type 3, I said, my need is for connection. Most teachers might teach that the type 3 needs to be outstanding, or needs to be exceptional, or needs to succeed. No, that's what my fear need is. That's what I feel like I have to be, like the 8. I have to be powerful because I can't trust anyone with my heart, but I want to trust. I have to be successful and outstanding because I just want to be connected with, but what if no one will connect with me if I'm not all those things? Right? So there's the fear need, and that's what we typically hear about in the Enneagram. And I could try to feed that need. I could be like, oh, I need to be successful. Well, then I'm going to be that. And yet that doesn't actually hit me in the depths. That doesn't actually speak to what is true. All that speaks to is how when I doubt that true connection is available to me, I just pop up and say, I'll be successful then. I'll take the accolades. I'll take the trophies. Right? For the type 8, if I can't trust anyone with this heart, if there is no one who will love me in the way that I know I should be loved, then you know what? I'll settle for powerful. I'll settle for don't mess with me. I'll settle for armored up. You're not going to get one past me, right? But yet we have to get to that deeper level, at least recognize it within ourselves in order to understand what I need and surround that need with as much compassion as we possibly can. This is what already whole, this approach of already whole does for us. It says, I am already whole and there's some needs I'm not aware of. There's a deep, gushy part that's crying out for some acceptance and love and attention. And if I see myself as a project to fix, if I see my behaviors as unhealthy and get it together and stop being, as a type 8, stop being so controlling and overly powerful, okay. Like if I told the type 3, stop lying, okay, yeah. But what's beneath that? What's the need? What's the longing of the heart beneath that? This is where we try to get with already whole. All right, I think that's enough for today. In our next video, we're going to look at each of the types. We're going to dive into each of the types. But I'm going to let you sit with this for a minute. Do some journaling around what you know your type is trying to get. Oh, for a type 2, I'm trying to be helpful. I'm trying to be needed. Okay, why? What are you afraid that, what are you really longing for that you're afraid you can't get, so you're settling for this? Right? The type 1, oh, I got to be good. I want to be good. I want to be excellent. I got to do things to perfection. Okay, yes. But what are you actually longing for? And you're afraid this is not available to me, so I'll just settle for this. We're going to go through each of those types in our next videos. But I want to give you some space to look at yourself first. See what comes up when you ask yourself, what am I actually longing for that I don't even know is possible for me, so I settle for this? All right, I'll see you next time.